Like, I don't feel very passionate, but we'll talk about something kind of exciting, but I'm just not excited about anything at the moment. I don't feel right, but I'm doing very exciting things, but it's bugger all to me. But wait a second, let's get a cigarette. Okay, so what you see here is an amplifier without a transistor or a diode. And I'm not sure, I don't even think it needs a resistor. I think it's also resistorless as well. And so you think, wow, amplifier. An amplifier is extremely useful. You need it for robots, you need it for a radio, you need it for pretty much anything. And if you can do it like just with capacitors like this, it makes it easier for you to start a fucking company that's based upon capacitor tech. Because these things, they're just conductor and a bit of insulator and no semiconductor. It also means they run really cool. Like this amplifier runs cooler than a transistor amplifier because semiconductors are as good as resistors. They heat up bad. You know, you got a resistor that heats up, but freaking diodes heat up just as much as resistors when they're passing current. When they're blocking current, they're cool, but when they're running the current through them, they heat up bad. So if this thing hasn't even got a resistor, it has to be resistor free for that though. If this ends up being resistor free, then it doesn't heat up. It means it's more efficient. It keeps more of its electricity as well. So it could be really good. And it's actually easier to make it because you don't need to know any chemistry. You don't need to know anything about semiconductors. All you got to do is just put down the metal, basically. And I guess it's as efficient as how good your metal is at conducting that you make it with. So what I'm going to do is I want you to go finally do your 3D printer. Yep. And so like I can finally make this motor driver basically. So I've got this actuator, right? But I couldn't get it to work. But then I don't even reckon I need even this. This is a times 64 one. I reckon all you need is like times 10 and it would have worked. Anyway, so I'm going to draw you up a motor driver now and I'm going to make it. Just because I finally did it. It took me, like, how long did it take? Like 3 years or something? Jesus, how long?